Virginia High 21, Marion 0.
Wow. The rails have run off. And, of course, procrastinator Mr. Emery made that call there on that one. All right, so Wise Central, it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Motion comes to the right-hand side. They're going to give it to Crabtree around the right-hand side, and he's got a step. He's going to be down to the 30, to the 20, all the way down to the 19-yard line he goes. Chris, we bottle them up 1st and 2nd down, but we're letting them get on that corner on the 3rd down.
Yeah, it was just kind of once they hit that corner, the seas parted for him, and they were able to convert. I thought they were going to be able to wrap him up there about 5 yards short, but didn't happen.
1st down and 10. They're going to actually say his knee was down on the 21, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Wise Central. Ball will be placed on the 21-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. Wise Central and Gate City tied at 7, but Wise Central is threatening. Mullins under center once again. He's going to give it to Bowling. Bowling's going to go up, and he's going to be hit, but he rolls for a couple yards. Ethan Fleming in on that tackle, as well as Landon Blanton and Brady Edwards. Stops him, but he picks up about 3 yards, so it's going to be 2nd down and about 7 from the 18-yard line.
Play coming in for Central. While we got a couple minutes, let me give my weekly update since we've got people asking for it. Right now, Riverheads leads Buffalo Gap 14-6.
You can't miss out on that score.
I'm sensing maybe a road trip up to Buffalo Gap High School during the offseason.
Ethan Mullins under center. 2 backs in the backfield. It's going to be that little crossbuck action in the backfield, and this time sort of bottled up. They went back and forth. They give it to Matthew Boggs, and he's going to be stopped. Gains about 3 still, but it's going to be 3rd down. Big 3rd down right here as the ball is spotted on the 17-yard line. 8:45 left. Clock runs. So Wise Central, Chris, we've done it's either boom or bust. We've either stopped them for nothing or they've got something. As they come up, and it's going to be 3rd down. Again, they are going to shift over to the left-hand side. They've got a tight end and a wing to the left-hand side, and they're going to give it to Crabtree to try to get outside, and he's going to be stopped once again.
Courtesy of his guard.
Mr. Calhoun came through and made the stop. 4th down. Ball will be spotted about the 13-yard line.
Joe, I thought he was going to be able to turn it up, but he ran into it. I couldn't tell if it was his own left guard or tackle, and that caused him to hesitate for just a second. But a second's all it took. Gay City's able to make the stop, but it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down.
4th down. Again, Charlie Daniels has been making them from the 30, but they're going to go for it here, and they're going to stop. And Gate City's going to take a timeout actually this time. So, Chris, you got anything else that's come through?
Yeah, Burton all over Rye Cove right now. It's 27-0.
And Chris, we mentioned there, Virginia High, that 21-0. They've barely scored 20 points a game, and they're up 21-0 at this point as they just go into the 2nd quarter.
Well, how would you feel about Twin Springs being on top of Thomas Walker 8-7?
I feel like that Larry and Andy will get that one right if that holds.
Virginia High's kind of in that situation we were talking about with Battle last week. They have nothing to lose. Why not just throw the kitchen sink at them and see what happens? And so far, it's working for them.
Twin Springs has to have that game over Thomas Walker to have any shot whatsoever of getting in the playoff mix. But right now they lead 8-7 as we've got a good one here, and Wise Central comes up to the line. They are indeed going to go for it. It's going to be 4th down and 2. Ball spotted on the 13-yard line. And Wise Central then now takes a timeout themselves. So we'll take it with them. Again, you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
When it comes to health, it's personal. This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. You were created from scratch, so why not your medicine?
30 to 40% of Americans have sleep issues every year, according to the New England Journal of Medicine. When sleep disorders last longer than 1 month, they are classified as chronic sleep disorders and results in mood swings, our physical wellness, and our overall happiness. The natural sleep hormone is called melatonin. Many individuals turn to prescription medications to try to address sleep disorders, but some medications actually block the production of melatonin. If you have questions about your medicines or have sleep problems, we invite you to ask our pharmacist at Premier Pharmacy for safe, effective recommendations to help restore your natural sleep cycle.
This Health Minute brought to you by Premier Pharmacy. 25 years of creating personalized medicine. 109 Jack White Drive, Kingsford. Find them on Facebook or stop by for a free consultation.
They strung it out extremely well, but they just were not able to stop him.
Really quickly, Honaker scores. They take a 7-0 lead over Northwood. Dobbins Bennett, first play of the game, has a big rushing play for a TD, so they lead Alcoa now 7-0.
Larry and Andy may catch us this week with some of these upsets. All right, so it's first down and goal for Y Central. They are on the Gate City 9-yard line. 7-7, but again, Y Central threatening here. Mullins under center. And he's going to give it to Bowling up the middle, and he is going to go all the way. Yep, they're going to say he got in. I thought the knee was down about the 1, but he is in the end zone. Again, that one is number 5, Noah Bowling, with 6:59 left here in the first half. Y Central takes the lead 13-7. Nothing fancy about that. They just went right at him and were able to go up the middle and got the touchdown.
He did a good job laying out. Gay City hit him at about the 2-yard line, and he just Superman dove straight into the end zone.
Charlie Daniels, again, out to kick for Y Central. There is the snap, hold, kick is up, and kick is good. So, just like that, Y Central now leads 14-7. Chris, you got anything that's hit the airwaves?
Richlands up on Lebanon 7-0. Honaker scores first. They lead Northwood 7-0, as does Battle over Lee. Patrick Henry 14-0 over Chilhowie.
And as you talked about, have you got anything else? Twin Springs and Thomas Walker, that one's still 8-7?
Yeah, that was just a recent update that I just gotten and then announced it. So
Good
that's
deal.
been the only score so far with that.
Love to see if the Titans could take them out. So, all right. So again, now Gate City has to answer the call here. You know, they got that quick 7-0 lead, and Y Central has scored on 2 of the last 3 possessions. 6:59 left. They lead 14-7.
You know, Joe, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer, but their second possession that they had, they were also basically going in for a touchdown when they fumbled.
Mm-hmm.
So Gay City's going to need to make some quick defensive adjustments.
Back deep for Gate City will be number 10, Luke Reed. Gate City in a sort of a 5-4, or excuse me, a 6-4, as Y Central will sort of pooch it, will go out of bounds.
So Gay City should have some decent starting position here. Hopefully they can get something going. They've stuck with their running attack, which has just been brutally effective here the second half of the season. I'm starting to wonder, though, if they're going to have to open it up.
Well, and, you know, when they open it up, you know, Reed's he's got a little bit of time, and he's able to but he just haven't been able to connect them. You know, it seems like we're passing on passing downs now, and we're running on running downs. We need to be able to throw on first down or be able to get them out of that, because once we come up in that 2 tight ends, they're walking 8 and 9 in the box, and Darren is to throw it, and then we come out in the shotgun. They're able to they put in 6 defensive backs, and they're stopping us with the pass. So DeAndre Mack comes in, as well as Carson Jenkins. Levi Roten are in this time, so we'll see if they do indeed throw it. 2 splits, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and actually they're going to go with 3 backs in the backfield, and Tomlinson's got it. Tomlinson breaks a tackle, and he's going to roll all the way down to about the 45-yard line, where he will have a Gate City first down.
It's going to be about an 11-yard pickup for Tomlinson. And he basically made that happen. There weren't any definite holes. He just shot through the line, and then it was up to Wise to stop him. He did a really good job of not going down until he passed the first down markers.
Same formation. They got one split to the left, one to the right, and 3 backs in the backfield in the wishbone. As they're going to give it to Blanton. Blanton's just going to barrel his way up through there, and he's going to be stopped by number 20, Matthew Boggs. But he does pick up 2 yards on the play, and it's going to make it right around 2nd down and 8. Clock runs, 6:20 left here in the first half. A fast-moving first half as, again, talking about the halftime coming up. Of course, the campus drive in halftime. Of course, the Big Blue Boosters will be giving away some money as well, and we'll have that coming up as well.
Fingers crossed for you on that one, Joe.
All right, so this time 2 backs in the backfield as they're going to give it to Tomlinson once again, and he's got a step, and he's going to go 30, 20, down to the 15, down to the 10-yard line as, again, they sort of out-formation him that time. They got Wise Central on the short side. He was able to turn it and get down to about the 8-yard line. Gate City now in business, 1st and goal. Tomlinson, he's had some hard runs, but not a lot of long runs this year. Again, a senior that we're definitely going to miss next year. And, again, a great play right there, getting Gate City in scoring position. All right, they've got 2 receivers set to the right-hand side, 2 backs in the backfield. Reed is going to hand it to Tomlinson once again. This time, though, he will be stopped. In on that tackle was number 69, Daniel Hawkins, as well as number 67, Devin Dingus for Wise Central.
Tomlinson's previous runs for tonight, 6, 2, 2, 11, 37.
So, Tomlinson again. Last year he played some fullback, and then they had him on the line for a while. And then this year he's back in the backfield. So, sort of diverse young man. He can play just about anything. All right, so we got 2 wide receivers. This time Reed's got a quarterback keeper. He's got a step, and he's going to be down all the way to the 1-foot line. So, all the way down. Again, Reed, great set. He really read it well. He faked it to Calhoun. 2 Wise Central defenders hit Calhoun. He was able to pull the football, and he rolled all the way down. He's about the 1-foot line. As Gate City's got the ball, they're going right to left on your radio dial towards the scoreboard. 4:30, the clock runs. 2 backs in the backfield once again, and it's going to be Reed. Reed into the end zone. Say it with me, Big Blue Nation. Touchdown, Big Blue. 4:19 left, and Reed with his second 1-yard touchdown plunge of the night. So Gate City within 1 as Reed will kick the extra point.
Let's hope his streak continues. Right now they need to match Wise Central pound for pound, point for point.
Again, Sally will be the holder. 4:19 left. So Wise Central will get the football. Of course, Gate City will get the kickoff to start the second half. So if they can hold them and possibly get something else. All right, so Reed's kick is down, it's up, and it is good. 9 in a row for the junior, and Gate City has tied the ball game at 14.
Reed definitely has some inertia going with his extra points here. It took him a while to figure it out, but he's got the mojo down right now. He's on a roll with it.
Again, he's not only – it was all-region running back last year. Of course, he was an all-region selection on the soccer team. He was a goalie for the Blue Devils who made it into regional play last year. So, again, kicking the ball should be something that comes to him. And the second half of the season, he's done a lot better. 4:19 left. Again, 14-14. Make sure, again, you folks, you stay with us for the Campus Drive-In Halftime Show. Scores and highlights. Again, we'll talk about this first half, what we've seen, and then, of course, like I said, let you know what's going on from around the region.
Joe, I may have spoken too soon with the Dobbins-Bennett game. One person reported DB scored, then Tanner Cook right now is saying it's still 0-0. So I'm kind of inclined to believe our own Tanner Cook.
Yeah, if I had to bet the two.
So either Dobbs Bennett's ahead or they're tied, one of the two.
a 0-0 score, if it's going to the second or third quarter, would be a win for Dobbs Bennett, I think, against Alcoa.
Well, it's still the first quarter there. Of course, they didn't kick off till 7:30.
Yeah. All right, so Landon Blanton will kick off. Back deep once again will be Noah Bowling and Matt Peters for Y Central. Ball's going to be on the ground, and it's going to go back